Hey everyone, welcome back to the Retro Reef, and a lot of you really enjoyed the video that I put out how Nintendo left Animal Crossing New Horizons on a literal island. There were some really good comments with some DLC ideas, and it got me thinking as well. So what are some ideas that we can give Nintendo that we would all purchase from a DLC perspective? Guys, if you really enjoy videos like this, please like and subscribe as it really helps out. Without further ado, let's dive right into it. As you're aware, Happy Home Paradise came out November 5th of 2021 and came out at a price of $25. I was a little surprised that it was included with the online expansion pack, although I won't complain because it was basically free for me since you're paying for that already. But I was a little surprised that Nintendo didn't capitalize with more DLC that is included in that expansion pack just because the game sold so well, so many units, and has such a great fan base behind it. Let's be real, we'll buy whatever DLC we can get. So a few of you commented, like I said on the previous video, with some DLC ideas. Got my mind turning, so I'm going to include some of the ideas here, and I definitely want to thank you because it just got me thinking. I've had a lot of them thinking about DLC ideas moving forward. So some of the things that I think they could definitely add: quality of life improvements. The big one for me is bulk crafting, and I saw someone comment it saying that there's fish bait is a great idea. I couldn't agree more. Do you want to know how many times I've been like, you know what, I want to try to farm this one fish or go for a shark or something like that, and I'm just sitting there crafting bait, and I'm like, what a waste of time. Why can't they just have a bulk crafting? I can just craft 100 of them and be done with it. It's just a great quality of life addition that I don't understand why it isn't there, but that any DLC idea below, they need to include that. Speaking of that, this game, I don't think they really added more fish or bugs, or I would love an expansion pack where they add that stuff in. They should really have more fish. There's plenty of fish in the sea. Why can't they add, more bugs, fish, stuff like that to the game and give us more to catch? I feel like that's something that would be a lot of fun and a great addition. And customization is something big too that I definitely think they could expand on from an island perspective. Let me start with this. The Nook's Cranny upgrades, why did they get rid of that from previous games? It's a huge missed opportunity, along with, I feel like, the Town Hall, right? The Town Hall went from a tent to the great Town Hall it is. Why can't we customize the colors of it? Why can't we do, just have more customization of the building? Why wasn't that in Nook's Cranny? Why weren't those upgrades in there? And as you go and add more plots of lands for your villagers to go from the start of the game, why don't they show the gradual build of the entire island through Nook's Cranny upgrades, Town Hall upgrades, adding new villagers, stuff like that? Just, in my opinion, was kind of a missed opportunity, and I think they didn't have the time to put it in. But that said, it's just a great idea that they should at least include moving forward. And another thing someone commented, DLC adding a city. I actually have this in one of my DLC ideas that I'll talk about below, but it's a great idea. They should have that in there. I don't know why they don't have that in the game today, but we will get there. And this is just my personal opinion here. Why are they missing the police station? There isn't a need for it, I get it, but it was so much fun to have the random items that villagers drop. Like, I don't want to see a villager drop an item and go run around and find the villager. I'd rather have it show up at the police station. It was fun. It was not needed, but it was fun. And it was fun to just have a whole slew of items out there if you haven't been there in a while, and you could just pick them up and sell them all. Or, maybe you could pick one and you have to find the villager for it. An X amount of days you can sell it. There's a lot of opportunities there, and it was just something fun that I think would be great from a quality of life and improvement standpoint. Just something from old games that is more nostalgic based, I would say, that we would all really enjoy and be there. So let's get into some of the DLC ideas that I expanded on from some of the comments below, or really appreciated, enjoyed, or thought of on my own that got my mind turning based off of what you guys were thinking. So the first one is the DLC idea one I have. It's called Tropical Storm. So if you think about it in real life, there are always sandbars created, lands moving whenever there's a big tropical storm. I know down in Florida it's a thing too. So why not just do that? If you buy the DLC and you log in, maybe there's a huge tropical storm and you either pick the top right or top left, or maybe both. And it just adds like one square of the map, or 2 squares of the map, or 1.5, however they want to cut it off on each side or one side. And it's just there for you, just more space. Maybe we can add another villager, right? Maybe you can move your house to that space. It's just more spots for you to build upon and more area to really kind of expand your island. And I think the Tropical Storm is the way you do it without, making it crazy. And maybe they add like a bunch of weeds or seaweed all over. I don't know. There's a lot of ideas with it and potential there. Just something I thought of that it sounded fun, interesting, and a way to give you more area in the player to go and build more sections on their island without going and ruining all their hard work that they've done. So there's idea 1. DLC idea 2 I have is called Island Discovery. This one isn't that complicated. It's really just a second mini island, and it's a 4x4 or 6x6 square if you look at the map. Maybe 6x6 is a little big. Definitely a little big now that I think about it. But, something in between where you can have 2 to 3 villagers there, and you can visit, and you have your own little mini first floor home. Just one floor, small, maybe the first, expansion. It looks like a hut, right? That'd be a lot of fun to have something like that. And you just go there and, it's just another area to build. And, when you log in, they say, we discovered another island, similar to how they did with the Happy Home Paradise, right? Or, we've been approved to build on this plot of land, and maybe it's just something small there. And maybe there's a small shop there with unique items. There's a lot of opportunity there, but I think, with the addition of that, a new fruit, maybe a few more items, something like that, it's just something extra to give us as a player that maybe, for another $20 we would all buy, and it would just make us go back and play the game and enjoy it that much more. And the third idea, this one stole a little bit from the comments, but also at the same time, I think we're all thinking, like, why isn't there a city in this? So the DLC idea 3 here would be called City Escape. And you would just leave your island just like the Happy Home Paradise, and maybe it's like, hey, the city, we added I don't know, a new plane or something that is we're able to get to the city quicker or something. I don't know, something like that. And you can just go visit a big, large city, and maybe you get off there and you take a bus with Rover, something fun, right? Or maybe Rover's on the plane next to you while you wait. And you get to the city and it's just an expanded, just like City Folk, or, where you can go in, there's more shops and you can purchase more items. Grace would be there with all of her, the store. I don't know why they got rid of Gracie's store. Like, why can't they have that back in there? It would be great to have it in a city, add some more furniture, add some more items, stuff like that. It would just be a lot of fun. It would expand the game. It's something, obviously not simple to create, but it's something simple to add. That we would really enjoy, a simple idea that we would all purchase, and it's just a great idea. So City Escape is another good one that I think would be great and expand the game even further. So there's that. So those are my 3 ideas that I have from a DLC perspective, but I also have a bonus one, and this really got my mind turning a lot. So I was like, you know what? This bonus isn't a DLC, it's more of like a next game idea. So I was thinking, what are they going to do? They're capitalizing on the island, Tropical Island right now, and it's great. But I was like, what are they going to do for the next game? And I thought about this. Animal Crossing Two Tales. Probably sounds stupid, but Two Tales. So basically, this is what I'm thinking. When you start your game, they can even do, I wouldn't like this, but they can even sell 2 copies, like Pokemon, how like one's mountain background, one's island, right? But you would basically have, or you just one game, you start and you pick to start either on a mountain or island, and you're the mayor, and as you expand, then you become the mayor of the opposite. So let's say you start with the island, and then you're the mayor and you expand and you hit all this stuff, and it's like, okay, well now we're going to go to the expand to the mountain, and you're the mayor there, right? And you could take a flight once a day that allows you to go to, up and back once, or you can go and stay on the other island. You can have 2 homes. It's never going to happen, but it was just something fun I thought about. And then maybe later in the game you get like a warp pipe or something, a unique, that allows you to just do it on your own. You could go and just go from the island to mountain, to the mainland of the mountain, and you can just go back and forth as freely as you want, but you have to unlock it after a certain amount of time or certain goals or something like that. And this, to me, like, I was thinking, like, my mind was just like exploding. I'm like, whoa, like the mountain area could be snowy a lot more than just a couple months. And then the island, maybe it only gets 1 month of snow. or very like it only flurries and nothing sticks on the ground. And the mountain, there isn't much grass, but it's like more grass on the, like there's just so many ideas. And then you could catch certain bugs only in certain areas in the mountain, or certain, you know, bugs or fish on the island. Like it's just, my mind was exploding. I'm like, whoa, this is such a cool idea. It's never gonna happen, but there's my fun little bonus item in there. So let me know in the comments, guys, what you think of these ideas, and if there are any DLC ideas. And I definitely didn't talk as much about quality of life improvements, so I want to hear from your perspective. What are some quality of life improvements that you would love to see added to the game, included with any of these, or any DLC ideas you have? I just love speculating, thinking of new things, because this franchise, Animal Crossing, is so great and so beloved by so many of us. So I would love to just see them expand it further, and I'd buy it. So I'm sure you all would too. So like I said, let me know in the comments your thoughts. Thanks for listening to the song, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Later.